how are you? Welcome to our clinic. I'm really glad to see you, and you can sit comfortably right in front of me. Okay, are you sure that you're comfortable? Do you need an extra cushion or anything? Alright, great. Well, you made an appointment for your ear exam. Could you please tell me if it's a regular exam you're taking, or do you actually have any kind of complaints? Alright. Do you have any kind of difficulties with hearing? Have you had any kind of distortions in your hearing lately, or any other kinds of symptoms that might be a bit disturbing? Yeah, got it. It's pretty common, so there's basically nothing to worry about, right? And another question I have for you is related to any kind of earplugs or earphones that you've been using. Have you used any of this stuff lately? Oh, like every single day? You must be kidding me. I mean, again, it's very, very common, it's very frequent, but like it might be the reason why you might feel some kind of discomfort. Well, anyway, we'll figure it out pretty soon. And anything else you'd like to tell me? Have you had any pain, any earache lately in either of your ears? Okay. Wow. Right. Good. Okay, I see. Well, don't you worry, it's gonna be alright. Well, I guess that the first part of our ear exam will be some kind of a hearing test, actually a few of them. And the very first one, we'll start with a tuning fork. I know how much all patients like it. It's quite fun, and this test is pretty short, but it will help us see if you can feel this vibration, if you can hear it, and stuff. So, do you know how it takes place, the procedure itself? Well, so I will put it right behind your ear, and you will let me know when you cannot hear the vibration, the sound anymore, right? Great. Well, if you are ready, we can do it, right? Good. Just relax. You can even close your eyes if you wish. We are not checking your sight today, so it's totally fine if you want to close your eyes. And I really hope that you're sitting really comfortably in that armchair, and just if you need anything, please do let me know. Okay. Great, well, let's start. Okay, so now you cannot hear it anymore. Good. Next, the other ear. Right. Okay, fine. Then, another test. Could you please close your eyes and let me know how many times you can hear me snap? Okay, my fingers. Good, so let's do it. Alright, just 2 times. Okay, got it. And now later I will tell you my verdict. Okay, anyway, I will tell you some words, okay? And you will have to recognize them and tell me what I've just said, okay? I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be too challenging for you, right? Well, let's give it a try. So the first one would be a notebook. Okay, okay, wonderful. Now the second one. So you didn't hear what I said? Okay, what about now? Cupboard. Cupboard. Yeah, cupboard. Alright, well, no worries. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Well, now the other one. Laptop. A laptop. That's right, okay, amazing. Well, now the other one. Are you ready? Ready? Okay, okay, great. Shall I repeat one more time? Okay, it's alright, don't worry, it was actually the word distortion. Distortion, yeah, that's fine. Well, now the other one. You haven't heard anything. Okay, let's give it a try. Alright, just don't worry. Never mind. Let's try the same word on the other ear. Okay. Still nothing. Okay. Well, don't worry. It's alright. Still you've heard most of the words that I was saying, so it's not a big deal. Well, anyway, now I think that we will give it a try to the beep test, okay? I know that many patients actually enjoy it a lot. Well, and it's a lot of fun, I must say. So, I will put these headphones on you, and you will listen to the beeps of different pitch and different duration, alright? And then you will simply let me know what you've heard, okay? So the very first one, the very first test will be to listen carefully and just simply let me know when you hear the beep, yeah, like the very first one, okay? It's not gonna be too difficult. Yeah, just don't worry, you only need to hear one beep and simply nod to me when you can hear it, okay? Wonderful. Well, don't worry, it's gonna be fun, I promise. Well, let's do it. I will put them on you, okay? They are super soft, but in case you feel any kind of discomfort or pain, just to let me know. Please don't hesitate to tell me and we'll fix it right away, okay? Our comfort is really our primary priority. Seriously, I mean it. So please do let me know. Okay, ready? Let's good. Okay. Okay. Good. So does it feel fine? Can you still hear me? Okay, that's really important because I'm gonna give you some instructions that you will need to follow. Okay, good. So the very first kind of test would be just to let me know when you hear the beep sound. That's how we'll be able to check if you are actually perceptive towards these kinds of sounds if you actually can hear something at least. Well, and then we'll proceed with more and more difficult and challenging ones. Good. Okay. So, are you ready? Let me know when you hear that beep sound. Good. Okay. Now once again, let me know when you hear the beep sound. The interval might be a little bit longer. You might not hear it from the very start, so there might be some basically interval of silence, a pause. It can be longer, it can be shorter, so please don't be confused by that. That's totally fine, okay? Just let me know when you hear that beep sound. Okay. Now, okay, wonderful. So now let's try once again. Good. Okay, great. Now I will ask you to let me know when you hear the second beep sound. Okay? Good job. Now once again. Good, wonderful. And now once again. Good. Okay, great. Now, please count how many beep sounds you've heard. Just 2 of them. Okay. Let's try once again. Three. Right, you are good. Let's try once again. Five. Good. And now. Eight sounds. Okay. And now. Good. And what about now? Six. Okay. Good. Well, let me type in some results that we currently have so that I don't forget anything. So far you're doing good. Good. Thank you for your patience. Now, let's try again, but with the other kind of sounds. They will sound a little bit differently to you. So also, let me know when you hear just the first and maybe the only one, a beep sound. I just want you to adjust to this new kind of sound a little bit, okay? Because then in the future, there will be mixed tests with this both kinds of sounds and maybe even more, okay? Good. So, if you're ready, let's do it. So let me know when you hear the beep sound. Good. Now once again. Good job. And now once again. Wonderful. Okay, great. Now, let me know when you hear the second beep sound. Okay? Good. Wonderful. And now once again. Good. And now one more time. Just to make sure. Good job. Okay. Okay, wonderful, thank you. Now let's count how many beep sounds you're gonna hear. But again, of this other kind. So please listen carefully and just pay attention. Three sounds. Okay, good. Four. Are you sure? Four or maybe five? Okay, good. Now once again. Six. Good. And what about now? Seven. Okay, and now? Nine. Okay, and what about now? second, maybe something totally different. So just be ready for that, okay? Yeah, that's why this test is a little bit more challenging and is only good for those who are absolute pros in that, or at least consider themselves as such. Well, are you ready? So I need the third beep sound. Good. Yes, absolutely good. Right. Okay, good. And what about now? Good job. Oh, okay, wonderful. Now, please tell me if all the beep sounds are exactly the same in duration, or if you can feel that one of them is a little bit different, okay? Okay, good, so let's try. So you're saying that the last one was a little bit longer. Okay. Got it. Are you sure that you don't want any water? There's a junk right next to you. There's some water inside. There are also a couple of glasses right there. And of course there are paper cups and the cooler. Whatever you prefer. Yeah, sure. It's just so hot outside and the air is so dry that I feel like really thirsty all the time. Okay, anyway, what we are talking about, right? So, you said that the last beep sound was a little bit longer than the previous ones. That's right. Now please listen again. So, you're saying that the first beep sound was longer. Okay, makes sense. Good. Now let's try again. Once again. So there were two shorter sounds and one longer. And now let's try. So there were one longer sound and two short ones. Thank you. And now once again. One short, one long. And now. One long and one short. Good. Okay. Well, you did really great. Absolutely. No, I'm not really trying to cheer you up or something. I'm quite serious. Do you feel worried? Do you feel anxious about your hearing? That's totally fine. It's alright. Okay, good. So now I will ask you to listen again. Listen really carefully and tell me if all the sounds that you hear are again the same kind of sounds. Now I don't mean the duration even, but rather the character of sounds, right? So before you've heard the two sounds of like two different kinds, one of them were like exactly like this beep sounds, and the other ones were a little bit like bubbly sounds, right? So exactly, yeah. So now I just want you to tell me if you can hear the sounds of one kind, or if you can differentiate like different mixed ones, okay? No need to count them. Okay, good. So, could you hear the beep sounds of only one kind? Okay. Uh-huh. So just one kind then. Okay, that's alright. It will have a few more tests of that kind, a few more attempts, so don't worry. Please don't be afraid of making mistakes, okay? That's totally fine. Good. So now let's try again. So, there were mixed ones. Good. Well, and now let's listen again. So there were sounds of only one kind again, but different one. Okay, good. Now once again, please. Absolutely. Okay. Okay, wonderful. Good job. Perfect. And now once again, please. Yeah, I'm all ears. Okay. Mixed ones again. Good. Thank you. Well, now, please tell me how many beep sounds of each kind you've heard. I promised you that we'll start with easier ones and then make them more and more and more challenging step by step. So now I actually need you to count how many of which kind of sounds there were. For example, you can say like I've heard 3 standard beep sounds and 2 bubbly beep sounds. Okay, something like that, so that I would be able to understand. Good. Okay, so are you ready? Let's do it. So how many you're saying? 2 standard, 3 bubbly. Okay. And what about now? 4 bubbly sounds and 2 normal beep sounds. Good. Okay. And then, what about now? Okay. So there were like 5 beep sounds and then 5 bubbly sounds. Right. Good. And what about now? Okay. Like 6 bubbly sounds and 3 normal beep sounds. Alright. Good. Now you can take off those headphones and you can put them over there. Yeah. Just leave them there, it's alright. Wow. Now, if you let me, I'd like to have a closer look at your ears, right? I will put on my gloves for that. And we will check your ears with a lot of oops. So what was I saying? Yeah, we'll check your ears very, very thoroughly, I promise. So, is it okay if I touch your ears really slightly, really gently? Yeah, it shouldn't hurt, so it's not supposed to cause any kind of discomfort. So if it does, please let me know immediately and I will stop. So we're not here to torture you. So please make sure to let me know in case you feel any kind of discomfort, okay? Well, let me look. First, I'll put them on both of your ears. Do you feel my hands symmetrically in both of your ears? Does any of the ears ache or anything like that? That's wonderful. That's really good. Well, now let me have a closer look at each of them. I'll examine them really thoroughly. actually, but let me have a look at the other one just to make sure. Okay, just a sec. Give me another moment. Well, that's what I supposed it would be. You have really, really tiny earwax buildups. It might be the reason why your hearing is not as good lately. Yeah, I mean, it's totally fine. It happens. It's not a big deal, I promise. Have you ever heard an ear cleaning before? Has it ever happened to you before? Okay. Yeah. Well, it's a very common, very frequent thing. A lot of people actually face it from time to time because, you know, we use earplugs, like different kinds of earbuds a lot, and like, well, that just happens sometimes. By the way, it can be caused by just this unique building, unique shape of your ear canal. I mean, it can be just naturally quite narrow, which makes earwax like stay there and make this build up. But anyway, as I said, there's nothing serious, there's nothing to be concerned about, okay? So we'll just do this cleaning and you will feel really, really amazing afterwards. I can guarantee. Yeah. Well, so just relax, okay? Relax. The very first thing we'll do is that I'm gonna use these kind of ear drops. Don't be scared by this kind of syringe. I know it's huge, but that's alright. It's not gonna hurt. I'm not gonna inject anything. I will just put a few drops of this liquid, this solution, into each of your ears. And you know, this syringe is just a very convenient method to do that. Yeah, but it's gonna be alright. Don't be scared. Well, are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, okay, wonderful. Well, let's start. You might hear a slightly sizzling sound, something like that. Whatever you hear is totally fine. That's just the way it should be, okay? Well, again, no worries, as I said, it's gonna be alright. So, could you please tilt your head that way? Awesome, wonderful. So let me start. So, do you feel okay? Can you feel anything? Yes, I'm slightly. Yeah, yeah. Does it feel okay? Can you feel? Can you feel it? Okay, okay, awesome. No, that's totally fine. As I said, if you can hear any kind of this sizzling sound or something, it's totally okay. That's the way it should be. Can you still hear it? Yeah, just keep your head tilted that way, please. Are you okay? You're okay. Well, that's really cool. So I told you there's nothing to be like worried about. Well, fine then. Shall we proceed to the other one with the other ear? Well, as I said, there is literally nothing to be worried about. you still hear this sizzling sound? No, as I said, it's totally normal. Yeah, you're actually supposed to hear it a little bit. But the drops are doing their thing, so they're working. Is it alright? What about the other ear? Can you still feel it? Yeah, no need to worry, actually. It's fine. Okay. Right. Good. Well, as I said, there's literally no need to worry about anything. So, and as I promised, it didn't hurt, right? So you didn't have any kind of pain in your ears while we were doing that. Well, now I guess that we could try to scratch out a little bit of this earwax. Seems like it's supposed to be quite softened now. So I will just take some cotton bud and I will do that really, really gently, so please don't worry. It's not gonna hurt. I don't think. It might be a little bit thicker. Nothing really worrying or scary, okay? Well, let me give it let's do it a little bit more so that oh, okay, wonderful. Okay, that looks great. Yeah, it's getting so much better. Yeah, wonderful. Now, let's have a look at the other one. Just yep. Just please tilt your head that way. Amazing. Alright. Wow, it's getting so much better now. Well, we have removed most part of the earwax, but I suppose that now it's time to use another kind of drops. They will help us cleanse your ears on even like a deeper level, and they will actually help to get rid of the remains of the earwax. actually looks so much better now. So what can I say? I guess we're done here. But I just, well, add some more of a treatment, this kind of medicine. I will just spray it on these cotton pads, and we'll put it in your ears, okay? So you'll be able to take these out when you actually come home, okay? So it will just help to, you know, to make sure that everything is alright. So I will simply put them inside your ears. Okay. Just exactly, just like that. Well, and now let me massage your ears tiny little bit. So, how does it feel? I hope so. That's really good. Now you are free to go home, but I'd like to check the result in a few days, okay? So it would be really great if you could make an appointment just in a few days, like in 2-3 days, so that I could have a look at your ears. And I guess that we could also have another hearing test, right? To make sure that the treatment was really effective and that the cleaning worked and that there is nothing else we should worry about, okay? So, thank you so much for your patience. I know how, like, weird it might feel when somebody's cleaning your ears, but I also hope that